Hi, welcome. I'm Lorena Anderson, your host for Thumbs Up South Florida. We have a really special guest here today. I cannot wait for you to meet her. Her name is Denise Nunez Casal, and she comes to us. She's a Florida native. I know that seems very, very unusual, but she is. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I know your schedule's insane, so I really do appreciate you coming.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here, especially being here with you. Well, what's my story? Pretty much.
What's your story?
My story, yeah, this is what it's all about me, right? No, I'm just saying. For myself, actually, like you just said, I'm actually first generation here. Immigrants that came over with nothing in their pockets, and my parents went hard to work to give me the good work ethic that I have today.
Wow.
And
They came from where?
Well, two different places, but Ancestry says that I have a lot more than what they're saying, but it's actually Puerto Rican and Cuban.
Oh, wow.
By way of Spain and a number of other countries. Well, as I said, they gave me a real great work ethic. And one of the things that was really important for my mom was that I got an education. Mm-hmm. She was what they call a hair salon owner, and yes, I worked in the hair salon, and she said, I'm adamant that you go to college and do something different than what I'm doing. I guess it's just that whole thing about parents wanting their children to do more.
Yes. Yes. And get better, move ahead in life.
Absolutely.
And have some of the finer things that they might not be able to have.
Well, I think they actually lived up to the note on everything that you just said. I was able to get one of the best educations that I could have. And so wound up going through school, through college, all in New Jersey.
Okay.
And from there, wound up back down here and wound up working in the financial industry. Just on the whim, and I got very lucky that that was something I've been able to do the last 25 plus years. So in the end, what happens now, here we are today, short to the point, the financial industry started in Brooklyn, or I should say in Manhattan. Mm-hmm. And I actually am pretty much a distinguished, what they call a hybrid financial advisor. What does that really mean? Well, I've been afforded to be able to work through all segments and departments in the banking industry. So mm-hmm. I worked on the platform like anybody else, opening up accounts and learning how the branch life works today, mm-hmm. and learning all those ins and outs, and worked my way into lending, so I can speak language that be very important to someone that has a commercial loan need or residential need. And from there, I moved into management, and then from there, I moved into wealth management, okay. Which was one of my best segments that I could say when I was employed, and it was a great team to work for. And then from there, I went on my own. Wow. And the reason why I went on my own was because I was at a point where my daughter was in 8th grade, and I decided I think it's best that I stay home for a year. And I could not do that. I learned, what does one do between 8 and 2? Well, I became classroom mom. Ran it like a business. The other moms were not happy with me, but it actually afforded me to do something more, and I started my way into reading a little bit more and some opportunities on the financial side, and I became very interested in trading and futures, and one thing led to another, and so I came to a point that I really wanted to be back in the corporate structure. I love working with other individuals and that energy.
Yes.
Working at home was great, but I prefer to be with others. It's inspiring, and I just like that we can actually bounce off for each other ideas and ways to make our business get to the next level. Mm-hmm. So from there, I was moved on to another opportunity where I was able to pick up the wealth platform and work out their financial piece of it here in Florida on the investment side. And then I decided to had a break in between there, and then went over into being able to now work at a great company.
Beautiful.
And the company itself is really allowed me to take their business and roll it out and be more of their presence here in Broward County, and hopefully build more of a relationship with all of us that are wanting to gain business from other sources. But we have a really unique platform in the sense that we are fiduciaries. So we are managing up to a really high standard, as opposed to something being suitable for someone. Well, we are to make the recommendation that's best for someone.
Oh, wow, that's a really big difference.
It is a big difference.
Yes.
Yeah, I always encourage, anyone that I meet with, there's two things I want them to know, and that is indeed the fact that we are fiduciaries. That makes a big difference. And we are measured to a very high standard. We are a trust and investment company. So once you're a trust company, there's other elements that really play into the governances of what we do every day in our decisions. Mm-hmm. We also do financial planning, so we do a lot of different pieces of information that we address all of the clients' needs in every respect that we can, from where they are today to where they want to be later, or when they're little, meaning their children, or where they want to be later.
Right, right. All in retirement.
Yes,
You know?
exactly. Or college or retirement. That seems like it is the two hot buttons,
Those are the
essentially.
two hot buttons, yes,
Outside of buying a
absolutely.
house, that's something else too.
Yeah, yes.
But right now, I'm very fortunate that this has been able to give me a lot of latitude. And one of the things that they are really have been very much so wanting me to work on are the special elements, or the different pillars that I basically excel in or really like working in. So one of them is women in wealth.
Okay,
I
great.
really, really enjoy working with women. Women themselves, we invest like women. We don't invest like everyone else. And so the decisions are wrapped around making an investment, or overall what their outlook is. And believe it or not, women are more risky. But it's strategic.
Really?
It's
Wow.
strategic risk.
Well, I'm very impressed to hear that, because at least in my generation, you know, women never got involved. They allowed their husbands to do it. The man always handled everything, and he never taught you anything, you know?
Right.
He was like, no, 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 dear, don't worry about it. I got it covered, right? So, but now, what we're, you know, experiencing is more and more divorces, more women that are standing up on their own 2 feet, and they need that education.
Oh, absolutely.
So I admire what you're doing and how you're teaching them and educating them.
That's right.
That
That
is
is
wonderful.
Absolutely. I can't tell how many times I've actually sat down and I just really get very enthusiastic and satisfied.
Yes.
In the sense that we've talked through things that they weren't aware of. And lots can happen. There are situations where there might have been a windfall. And it could have been through winning a lottery, or it could be the fact that they went through a divorce and there's a large settlement, or there's something along the lines where, unfortunately, a settlement due to personal injury. Anything along those lines. So this is something that we do, and majority of the time we walk and handhold them through the process.
That's awesome. So how do they get a hold of you?
Well, it's pretty easy. I'm on every opportunity as far as the sites are concerned. You can reach me on through LinkedIn.
Okay.
There's a point there that says, you know, when you're open, well, 24/7.
Okay.
That's one of the best ways, of course, outside of emailing me.
What's your email address so they can write it
so-
down? Go slow, though.
Okay. Well, it's dcasal@cgtrust.com.
Okay.
Or you can do thumbsupdenise@gmail.com.
Excellent, excellent. And your telephone number?
954-562-8518.
Okay, great. Well, I can't thank you again. Thank you for what you're doing out there in the community, and also for the women out there that are finding that they need to have that outlet to be able to move themselves forward, to be able to secure their future.
Yes.
And thumbs up, South Florida.
Thank
Good
you.
for you. Thank you
you.
so much. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back.